Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Just thought I'd return to you for this EP review for Clint Lowery's Don't Say It instrumental EP review that I'm going to be discussing about what I listened to for 6 songs, which this was a little lengthy of an EP, but can't remember how long it is, but basically most of the songs are like 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Some of them are like, I think one's like, yeah, they're mostly like 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minute tracks. The last song is the longest song, it's almost 6.5 minutes. But pretty much, let's dive right into this EP review that I listened to for Clint Lowery, Don't Say It. Now, it is an instrumental EP, so you're not going to really get singing in this. If this is review's not up your alley, then there's always going to be another review that I will be doing. I think the next review will be the Wallows Model album review, so that'll be the next one, and then that should be it for the week, I believe. So, Dizzy Moments was pretty good in its own way. It's got a lot of interesting mixing with the sound waves and the electronic work, and just how melody-wise it's structurally sounding alright. So this is a 4.75 out of 5. Very mellow of a track. A lot of interesting mixing with this one, but still dig it for the instrumentation for the song. Excuse my yawning. Save Nothing is a pretty good song in its own way too. Don't necessarily hate this track. I just think most of it's alright for what it goes for, so this is a 4.5 out of 5. I don't hate this song, I'm like unsure what to think of it. Then you get Dry, and that's a pretty good song in its own way, so this is a 4.75 out of 5. It is lengthy of a track, it's like 5 minutes and some seconds, like 16 seconds or so. It's a little lengthy, but it's well executed with the structure of the melody and just how Clint Lowery mixed this record and made it sound pretty alright. So 4.75 out of 5. Last Look is a pretty interesting track. It's almost a 6-minute song, so you're in for a lengthy one, but I think it works. It's just about 6 minutes, but I think it works for what it goes for, so 4.75 out of 5. I don't necessarily hate it, but it's fine for what it is. Hell Movie was pretty good in its own way, so this is a 4.5 out of 5 I'd give it. There's some mixing issues I have with this song, but I don't necessarily hate this track. I just think it's a solid track, to be technical. Some of the mixing kind of has its odd moments with how it's structurally sounding. And finally, Till the End has nice violin work mostly through this track. The electronic work doesn't come in till like the second half of the song, and it makes it sound pretty fresh and interesting. But most of the 3 minutes of the song is pretty nice and mellow, and violin work sounds really good with how it's structurally sounding. So really digging it. So 4.75 out of 5 for the closing track. Overall, production, mixing, and execution-wise, I think Clint Lowery, Don't Say It, for his instrumental EP, is a good record. Not one of my personal favorites for the year, but I was really surprised he was doing an instrumental this time around. I know last year, John Frusciante did an instrumental album, and that was really fucking long of a record. Not everyone liked it, but it was fine for what it went for. Some people found it to be a little dull, but I didn't hate it necessarily, so if I were to give this one an overall score, it's going to get a good rating of an 8 out of 10. It's good for what it is, but it's not one of my personal favorites, give or take. There's just some mixing moments where I think it's a little slow-paced, and some of the songs sound a little like you want to fall asleep to. It's a good way to fall asleep, I can tell you that, this EP. for maybe like a 25-minute record or so. But overall, I didn't hate it. It's 25-30 minutes of a EP, but it's fine for what it is. So 8 out of 10 for Clint Lowery, Don't Say It instrumental EP for this review. Thank you for watching this review tonight.